my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast and consultant who loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today we are going to be doing and talking about some new makeup as well as some holy grail favorites. So first I want to say thank you to everybody who left me feedback on my previous video. I forgot what video it was. I think it was my July favorites, and I was asking you all at the end, like, what type of videos do you like to see? Are you still into looking at new makeup releases, reviews? Do you want to see old makeup? And I got a really great amount of feedback, so I'm so thankful to each and every one of you who did leave feedback. And the general consensus from what I took was, I like new releases, but I don't need all the new makeup. I'm trying to hone in on what I have. I enjoy what I have. I'd like to see more videos where you're using what you have. And a couple of you all gave me this video idea of sharing new makeup as well as sharing some old favorites. So thank you for that as well, because I really liked that idea. Because me personally, I like new releases, but I have holy grails and I don't want to, focus on one and leave out the other. So I love that idea of mixing some new with some old. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to share with you how I created this look and the products that I use for this look. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And let's get right into this video. So starting off with two newer products from Chantecaille. So they sent over their anti-aging face tint as well as their Sheer Glow Rose face tint. So I actually shared this Chantecaille anti-aging face tint in a full Chantecaille video. They had their Sylvie anniversary sale, and I actually talked about this. So to give you a quick summary of what this is. So this is a lightweight gel cream formula that's going to be sheer on the skin, and it's going to instantly add a touch of sun wherever it's applied. It has anti-aging benefits in it, and it also has botanicals that are going to smooth the skin and give you more of a youthful look. So it's ideal for skin tones looking to add depth, dimension, and warmth. So I was very interested in what this was and how it looked, so I did request this from them. And when applied to the face, so when I first applied it to a face, it does look a little lighter than this side of my face, but it does end up blending into the skin. But when it's on the skin, it does have somewhat of a blurring property to the skin, and overall the skin just looks nice and refined. This works really well either on its own or under makeup, and I really have enjoyed using this. I want to say this is my second or third time using it, and I really like it. Plays well under makeup, doesn't peel on top of my skin, and of course it has really great ingredients in the product. So then they reached out and said, hey, we're coming out with this Sheer Glow Rose tint. Do you want to try it? I was like, absolutely. So this is going to be a product that Sylvie says is going to make you look fresh and healthy, and it's packed with ingredients, botanicals, anti-aging benefits, and it's going to moisturize, plump, and soothe the skin as well. So she was like, if you want a rosy, fresh, radiant, divine, dewy skin, a look to your skin, this is the product that you want to choose. Now, let me just say, when I put this on the skin, I said, okay, Sylvie, I see what you were doing. The glow on this product is almost surreal, okay? And y'all know I have taken on the hat of the Queen of Glow. Thank you all for giving that to me. I love me a glow. I have tried a ton of glowy products, and this is glowy. So just to show you a quick look at both of them, you can see that they both have that light gel-like texture. They both blend in quite nicely into the skin. So I'll do the rosy one here, and then here is going to be the more tinted product. So you can see them both just lightly blended on the back of my hand, but on the face, The glow is real from the Rose Glow. Now, I was a little concerned. I didn't know if the Rose Glow was gonna look like light against my skin or like too pink, but it blends beautifully into the skin and I love it. So the Rose Glow tint, this one, it had more claims to blur and perfect the skin than the anti-aging face tint, but I felt like I almost saw more of a blurred effect with the sheer glowing face tint versus the rosy one. Now, today was my first time using the rosy one, so I'll report back if after using them, you know, more and more, I do see a similar result from both, that they're both blurring on the skin and things like that. Just off of my initial use of this, I see a lot of dewiness on the skin and smoothing on the skin for sure, but I did feel like my pores, like right along this area, were more blurred with this product. So I'm here for both of these products, but like as you see me applying makeup, pay attention to both sides of my face to see how the products are looking, because I kept looking on this side of my face and I was like, yo, the glow is like not being inhibited at all. Which I really, really liked. Okay, so far, really liking both of these products. Highly recommend that you check them out. Okay, then I went on and put on the Best Skin Ever Foundation by Sephora collection. So they came out with the new Best Skin Ever Concealer, and like, I don't know why I was so hyped about it. I was like so excited about it, and I was like, I have to try it. However, I had never tried the Best Skin Ever Foundation. I know, as much as I love foundations, I had never tried this. So I was like, great, this is a perfect time to try both. So I went in with the foundation first. This comes in 50 shades. It's only $20. Yes, only $20. I got the shade 33.5Y, and this is for medium skin with yellow undertones. And I do feel like it was, or it is like slightly yellow, but I don't know if the neutral would be too neutral. So I think all in all, this blended in really nicely into my skin. I've gotten a bit of a tan on my body, so I feel like this shade actually works well with my body, and I really do like it. But it is a tinge yellower than my, if I could say, natural complexion. So for this foundation, it's a medium coverage, natural finish foundation with a long wearing anti-pollution formula that hydrates the skin up to 12 hours, and it is infused with skincare benefits. So we've got skincare benefits in it like hyaluronic acid, red algae extract, and brown algae extract. So I've heard nothing but amazing things about this foundation, so I was very excited to try it. And when I was blending it into my skin, I was like, this is beautiful. Like, beautiful medium coverage satin finish, glides on beautifully. Now, I do feel like these Chantecaille tints definitely boosted the radiance that would come from this particular foundation. And especially on this side, you can see a lot of radiance, like not even peeking through, like beaming through with this foundation. So this is not what I would call a typical foundation wear test, because you all know, if you watch my wear test, I try not to wear anything underneath the foundation that would kind of manipulate it or tweak it so you can see what it really looks like on the skin. Today I just wanted to try on makeup and put it all on my face and look at the finished product. But I can tell that this is a nice and natural coverage even without the face tints underneath it. So I feel like the face tints just gave it a little bit more radiance and boosted it a bit, but it blended in really nicely onto my skin. And so far, I've got some good thoughts about it. So I am gonna do like a quick wear test today, and I'll show you what it's looking like on my skin some hours later. So if you wanna see how it's holding up, then you can stay tuned for that. So then we get into the Best Skin Ever Concealer. So this also comes in 50 shades, and this retails for $15. I picked up the shade 33N, and I actually really do like this shade against my complexion. 33N is for medium skin with neutral undertones. So for the concealer, this is actually going to be a full coverage liquid concealer to instantly cover, conceal, and correct all over the face with a natural finish. So they're calling this a multi-use concealer because you can use it as a traditional concealer, you can use it to spot conceal, you could actually use it as your base, however you would like to do so. It's going to also have in it hyaluronic acid and algae extract, and it's also claiming to last up to 12 hours and provide 12 hours of hydration. So when I applied this to the face, I actually felt like this was definitely more of a natural finish, almost leaning to a drier finish. And when I say a drier finish, not dry, but I let the concealer sit on my face for about a minute or two, and then I went in to blend it. And by the time I got to my under eye area, I could tell that the concealer had already started to settle. So I had to put a little bit of effort to blend it in, but it still blended really nicely. It wasn't like patchy and just like stuck on the areas of my face where I applied it, but this does begin to dry down, which leads me to believe it may be a concealer that doesn't have to be set if you have more normal to drier skin. I set the concealer today, and I actually think it looks really nice, but it definitely does start to set, which is not a bad thing. So depending on your skin type, you might not need to set this, or if you do set it, you may not need to use a lot of powder. But I was like, okay, I actually like the way that this is looking. It has a really nice size doe foot applicator, and when I applied this to my under eye area, I definitely did wipe off the excess amount because I knew that this was going to, or I saw the claims that it was supposed to be full coverage, so I didn't want to go in with a ton of product and kind of just mess things up from the beginning. So I did want to point that out as well. And with the Best Skin Ever foundation, it also comes with a pump, which I'm very happy about. So after I applied my concealer, I've picked up this over a month ago, the Laura Mercier newest powder. So this is called their Translucent Loose Setting Ultra Blur Powder. This is basically their iconic translucent loose setting powder, now talc-free with ultra blurring effect. So it's a truly translucent powder set to make up for up to 16 hours of weightless wear with a matte soft focus finish. So it's infused with ultra blurring ingredients like amino acids and a silica powder blend, and it's going to instantly blur away the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections. And it's also going to have total shine control and zero photo flashback. So like I said, I've had this one since maybe early July, maybe the end of June. I can't even remember when I got it, but I just haven't had a chance to share it. So I wanted to use this today to set my under eye and my T-zone area. And let me just say, I really enjoyed this powder. This is not the first time I've used it. It's just the first time I'm sharing it on camera. And I think this is beautiful. I like that this is not as drying as the traditional Laura Mercier powder. I like that powder, but I feel like sometimes it's a little too drying on my skin. I do have the shade Translucent Honey in this one, just to let you know. Now, I know that they're saying it's the same formulation, but it's without talc and it is more blurring, but I feel like this one is just not as drying. If you've used this one and you've compared it to the original Laura Mercier powder, let me know your thoughts. Because I do like this one, whereas I have got the original one, but I really don't reach for it a lot because it can just be a little bit too much. But this, I think, could actually work well for almost really any skin type. And if you have more drier skin, just go in with a little amount because you don't need a lot at all. So I really, really, really do like this one and happy to have it. Okay, so then after that, we had to get into some holy grail. So my first holy grail, I went in with bronzer, and I don't think I've talked about this one on camera in well over a year. Do y'all remember the Gucci bronzer? This bronzer is definitely one of my holy grail bronzers. I have a lot of bronzers that I love. You all have heard a lot of them if you've been following me for some time, but this one is very special to me. Number one, the packaging. I mean, we've got this beautiful, almost Tiffany blue outlined in gold. Then you've got the powder on the inside. It comes with a beautiful pink, kind of salmon-y, peachy velvet sleeve. I mean, it's just screaming luxury and I love it. I have the shade 04. I love the scent that comes with it. It is scented. And let me make sure I mention this. The Best Skin Ever Concealer and the Best Skin Ever Foundation are not scented. And then the two Chantecaille products I use are not scented. Okay, so this is scented though, and I do like the scent of it. This is so beautiful, so bronzy, and it's glowy. So it's a powder that does have some shimmer to it, but it's not shimmer that has like sparkles in it. It leaves more of a sheen on your skin. So it's a beautiful, I blended that just a little bit more. It's a beautiful bronzer, and it's one that, like, even if I don't use it all the time, I'm gonna reach for it. So I actually went out of town last weekend. I took this bronzer with me because I was like, you haven't been used in a while. But it's one of those bronzers, like if I had to declutter all of my makeup and only had, don't even make me think about it, but like 3 bronzers, this would be one of them, most definitely. I added a contour. So Danessa Myricks Balm Contour shade medium 3. So I was watching her Teach Me Tuesday a couple weeks ago, and one of her angels named Dash Lopez was actually facilitating and doing the model's makeup for that Teach Me Tuesday. And she used a combination of the balm powder and a more bronzy type of bronzer shade, and then went in with the balm contour. And I loved the combination of that and the effect of that, and how it just added the extra dimension of chisel to the cheeks. So this is a holy grail staple for me. Like if I need a contour, because believe it or not, I really don't own a lot of contours, powders or creams. Like I'm a bronzy girl, I don't contour all the time, but if I'm gonna contour, balm contour is where I'm going. So I took a little bit of the balm contour, just applied it on top of the Gucci bronzer, and just kept it concentrated like right along here, definitely around the perimeter of my forehead, and really like concentrated it like right along here to just chisel out my features of my face. And I love like the subtle effect that this gave with this look. Now you can go ham with it and add more, and I've definitely worn this by itself, and it's beautiful in its formulation. It glides on top of whatever you put it on. So like today I put it on top of powder on powder on powder. No patchiness, no nothing. Or you can apply this onto, you know, your liquid bases. It's beautiful, and it's a contour shade, but it's also neutral enough to where if you want to wear it by itself, you don't feel the need to add a bronzer on top. It's amazing. Absolutely one of my favorite products from the brand, but also just very much in general. Okay, Holy Grail blush. I have a lot of these as well, okay? But there is one blush that, like, I've said this before, if I don't know what blush to use, I got a look going on and I'm like, gosh, I need a blush, but I don't really know what goes with this. There is one blush that never fails me. Patrick Ta, She's So LA. Oh my goodness me. And even more specifically, the powder version. So not saying that the cream version is not beautiful, because it is, but when I don't know what blush to wear, I need a blush to just complement and kind of ground the look, but I don't want the blush to be saying a lot, but I want the blush to be there. She's So LA, the powder, chef's kiss. So that's what I'm using today. And as you can see, I've got on blush, right? You see it, but she's not talking too loud. She's like flavoring. You don't see the flavoring, but you know that it's there. That is this blush for me. My sister Whitney gave me that reference. She's like, she said this in relation to me and my older daughter looking like me. She's like, you know, Maddie doesn't look overtly like you, but you're like flavoring. You know, can't see it in her, but we know that you're there. I was like, thank you. But it works for how I feel about this blush. It is so beautiful. It's like not even barely there, because you can see it, but it's there, but it's not talking too loud, but it's making a statement. Holy Grail status blush. Formulation is just beautiful, glides very well onto the skin. It's not one of those formulas that skip, definitely pigmented, but you can control the pigmentation just by the amount that you apply. Love his blushes. I have almost all of them, but She's So LA is it for me. It's it for me. Okay, I didn't even put on highlight today. I just noticed that. Well, we're gonna skip highlight in this video because I didn't put on highlight. I can't believe I did that. I think it was because I had so much glow from these face tints that I didn't think about putting on highlight. So no highlight in this video. I've got some Holy Grail favorites, but I didn't apply any. So we're gonna skip over highlight. Now we get into eyes. I love eye products. I have a lot of them. I've got a lot of holy grails. And so when I was thinking like, what is a holy grail eyeshadow palette that I want to use today? And I immediately thought about Charlotte Tilbury, Queen of Glow. Oh my goodness me. When I first bought this palette 2 years ago, I could not put it down. I was like, this palette was made for me. Maybe because I love glow, but it was made for me. So this is an up close look of what the shades look like. I'll do just some very quick swatches of it. And then you're already watching the demonstration. So I first started off with this shade right here and just lightly diffused it all over my eyes because I wanted to go for like a more diffused type of look today. And then these are just quick swatches of what the shades look like, and hopefully you can see them. So I started off with this shade right here, blended it all over the eye, and then I love this pop shade right here, and I just blended that as well into the inner portion of my eye. Wanted the eye look to look a little more soft, not so defined and harsh. That's pretty much how all my looks look. But did that. Then went in with the one matte shade in this palette, lightly diffused that into the crease, and then I also used it on the lower lash line and more of a pigmented amount so that the lower lash line could be more defined. But I wanted the top upper lid to be more soft. And then for the inner corner, I went in with this shade right here, the lower lash line and also the inner corner. Eye look is done. I love this palette because I love the colors in it. I love the way that they all look on the eye. I love that I can go more dramatic with this eye look, or I can keep it simple. And I also love the pigmentation of the shadows. I feel like this is one of her best formulated quads. I know sometimes her consistency with her quads are not always there depending on what quad you get, but this one is like a no fail for me. When I pick up this quad to do a look, I already know the look is gonna be bomb. It's just a matter of like, what shade am I gonna use and in what combination. But this is like definitely, one of those eyeshadow palettes that I'm like, if I had to do a massive declutter, Queen of Glow is going nowhere. Queen of Glow is definitely a holy grail favorite for me. So that's the eyes. For my eyeliner today, I used Danessa Myricks, her Infinite Chrome pencil. And I can't find it. It's in the shade called Bronzite. I cannot find it. My filming area is so messy, so it's probably why I can't find it. But I'll just insert a picture. But I used Bronzite for the lower lash rim. For my tight line, I used the Urban Decay. This is the Glide On eye pencil in the shade 0. It's the black shade. This is actually my first time using it. I just wanted something nice and black and intense. So I used that. So that's not a holy grail, just trying it, but I do like it. It's very intense and I'm here for it. Okay, lashes, another holy grail for me. The Sephora collection, this is their Weightless False Lash in the shade Everyday Flare. So lightweight, so flirty and girly, very easy to apply. You can get a ton of wear out of the lashes if you take off the glue and store them back in the packaging. And I love them. I've tried a few styles from this particular line. Flirty and like fluffy and flirty, I think is one. Everyday Flare, and it's another one. Love them all. I do have like a few holy grail lashes, but I really like these, and I just loved how they just emphasize the eyes, but they don't do too much, but they add that pop that you would want from your lashes when you do like a nice eye look and you just want a nice pop with the lashes. So really enjoy these and definitely would recommend them to you. Okay, so I forgot to say, because I know I did this, I sprayed my face with the the Set It Forever Mist by Danessa Myricks. This is my favorite face mist ever. Emma always says best thing ever. So that's how I feel about this. So I think I sprayed my face with this after I applied foundation, concealer, and maybe the Laura Mercier powder. This setting mist does everything. Sets the face, mixes all your powders so well together. It's one of those face mists that you do not have to take your brush or take your sponge and kind of pounce it into the skin, because I have used some face mists like that look a lot better once they're pressed into the skin. This is one that I can literally just fan out Or sometimes if I'm like doing my makeup and not filming, I'll just spray my face and then go about my way. And it just sets into the skin so effortlessly. It doesn't leave a glow, but like it leaves a beautiful finish to the skin, because I don't want to say glow because she has a glowy version of this. This is not the glowy version. It just, I don't know, I can't describe what the finish looks like. It just looks beautiful and effortless and flawless. This also controls your oils and it's very long lasting on the skin. So I love this stuff. It sells out a lot and I completely understand why it does, but I wanted to mention that because I know you all saw that and I didn't mention it when you were seeing it. Okay, then after lashes, I did my brows. And so I picked up a couple of weeks ago this Valentino Brow Trio pencil. So it's called a Brow Trio pencils because you've got your spoolie. Then you have a thicker brow applicator, which is like flat and square. And then you have this very thin, almost like liner-like brow applicator or pencil-like that can just add just flickers of strokes through the brows. And I love it. Excuse the person outside who's mowing their lawn if you can hear them. This probably is my favorite part of this whole entire trio set because there are times, first of all, I do not like doing my brows, okay? Don't like them. If I could just not ever have to do my brows ever again, I would be living my best life. So there are times, especially when my brow hairs are growing out, that like they can get too thick. They just don't look, I don't like them, okay? I don't like the way I fill them in, I just don't. This gives me the control, but also the ability to like fill in those areas without overfilling them, looking or making them look too drawn in. And if I do my brows the way that I like to do my brows, I like for my brows to be shaped but not bold. I like a more fluffy looking brow, a brow that's quite cool toned, that's groomed, but not like the statement of the face. And I really enjoy this brow trio because I feel like I get that exact look with my brows. So the color, they only have 3 colors, so I wish they would come out with more colors because we need more colors. The shade that I use is gray, and like ironically gray works, but I would like it to be like a hair more brown neutral versus what we're seeing here. But I am really enjoying how this product works, how it looks on my eyes. As of now, I could definitely see myself purchasing this again when I run out because I really, really like just the overall look on my brows. And like I said, my favorite part is definitely this like little flicker part that just adds the slightest but definitely there strokes to the brow. So it makes me doing my brow less like, because I really love this brow pencil. Okay, after the brows, what did I do? I think I went in and set my face with powder. Now, this has quickly become holy grail status for me. Like, I can't do my makeup without this powder, and the only time I don't use this powder when I do my makeup is if I'm doing an actual complexion review because this does add a glow to the face. This Jaclyn X Robin Powder Move Loose Setting Powder in the shade Sheer Medium is where it's at for me. Okay, so this is going to be a setting powder that adds a glow to the face, but it is so blurring and perfecting. And I kid you not, no matter what look I do, when I add this powder, my whole face just looks better. Like, just completely better. It's very lightweight. I love the tone of this powder. So even though it's a sheer powder, it does add just like a hint of color. I won't say a hint of color, but I would say a hint of color. It adds a hint of color to the face, but it's not too warm or anything like that. It blends effortlessly into the skin. It's not one of those powders that you apply all over the face and then you do kind of feel the need to go in with a setting spray because you need to mesh the powder into your skin. It just blends effortlessly into the skin. And I love it. I travel with it. Like I said, this is a powder I use regardless of what face look I'm going for, unless I'm just doing a review and I don't want to tweak what things are looking like. Every time I use it, I just feel like my makeup always looks better. It is that much of a holy grail for me. Then I went back and set my face with this setting spray because just like this powder, this setting spray is also a must for me. So I just, once again, love the way my makeup looks when I use this to set my face. So that's why I used it. Didn't need to, I just love the way that everything looks. And like this finish, the skin is skinning, everything just looks beautiful the way that I like it. And like I was telling you all, if you've been paying attention to like my demonstration, if you look at this side of my face, I have like a nice like beautiful radiance coming through, but the radiance from this side is definitely there. It's just a little more apparent on this side compared to this side, and it's definitely going back to these products here. And no, this is not sponsored by Chantecaille or anything like that. They gifted me these products, but they're not requiring me to talk about them. But I was just so shocked by the difference, even as I was applying makeup, that I was just like, man, like this is really interesting. And then lastly, the lip. Holy grail products here. Okay, lip liner is Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Foxy Brown. Everybody needs some Foxy Brown in their life. This lip liner is beautiful. Glides onto the lips, has a very nice satin finish to the lips. You can wear this lip liner alone. I love the hue of it. It's nice and neutral, not too cool tone, not too warm, like just the most beautiful neutral brown lip liner. Stays in my purse half the time, or I'll keep it up here. I really want to buy another one so I can have one that always stays in my purse and then one that stays here. But this is definitely worth the multiple purchase. It is that good in my opinion. And then, you know, when you think of a lipstick and you're like, I need a lipstick, don't really know which one will go with this look. This lipstick is always it. It's kind of like the blush I was telling you about with Patrick Ta, She's So LA. Like, if I don't know what lipstick to wear, this one is a go-to. Honey, honey, honey. Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic is that lipstick for me. And I've got a lot of favorites when it comes to lipstick. I've got a lot of favorites when it comes, well actually I don't have a lot of favorites when it comes to lip liners, like in terms of holy grails. The only other one that I would say is like stand out holy grail that I would put over Charlotte Tilbury is Christian Audette Nude Sandals. And the only reason why I would put Nude Sandals over Foxy Brown is because it legit lasts until you take that thing off. Like, the Christian Audette lip liners are so bulletproof and they are so long lasting on the skin. It's kind of unreal. Like, it is kind of unreal. So that's why I would put Nude Sandals over Charlotte Tilbury's. I just wanted to use, let me see, let's put it right here. So this is what Nude Sandals looks like. I just wanted to use Foxy Brown today, so that's why I didn't use Nude Sandals. But I wanted to mention it because it is definitely like probably my #1 favorite lip liner, if I'm being serious. Don't hold me to it. I've never ranked my lip liners, but just off the top of my head, Nude Sandals is probably my #1. Here is what Foxy Brown looks like. And it's just stunning. These are like definitely absolute favorites. You know, I need a lip liner. Which one should I go for if I'm not going for like a bright lip or something like that? Like, these are two that I'm reaching for. And then a quick swatch of JK Magic. Oh my goodness me. This one is like my perfect pinky nude. So beautiful. Formulation is definitely more of a satin formulation, so it's not going to be matte or anything like that, but it's honey. And you guys, this is the finished look. I am definitely feeling myself because this look is like a look that I love. It's so simple, but it's there. I look polished. It's just, it's my favorite. So all in all, love every product that I used today. In terms of the Sephora foundation and the new concealer, I'm gonna check back in with you in just a little bit and give you a quick update to see how things are holding up. But so far, I'm really liking how both of these products are looking on my skin. And I highly recommend everything that I've used so far. Okay, we are back. It is the end of the day. I've had all of this makeup on for 12 hours. I was not expecting to do this long of a wear test, but here we are. So I have on, remember, the Best Skin Ever foundation and then the new Best Skin Ever concealer. And let me just say, this skin looks beautiful. And I'm surprised that both of these products held up as well as they did. So I was more so thinking that the foundation might not hold up as well as the concealer simply because it had less coverage. And I don't know, I wasn't expecting this much longer wear, but the claims do say 12 hours. And I mean, I don't know what you guys think. Of course, y'all know I want y'all to leave comments down in the comment section below, but like, look at this face. We are still riding strong. Like, I feel like I could continue on my day if it wasn't already almost midnight. Like, I could continue to do things. I do have, you know, some radiance coming through, like right along here, but nothing that is alarming that looks oily or greasy. It just looks very radiant and glowy, and like, you know, I'm kind of lit from within with a little extra beam. Both products feel very lightweight on the face, the foundation and the concealer. I mean, I am really liking the way that my complexion is looking. I have nothing negative to say. Like, I've been looking at my face all day and I'm just like, this is beautiful. The name Best Skin Ever might be really onto something. So I'm definitely going to continue to wear both of these products, and then at the end of this month I'll share with you my thoughts. But so far, I highly suggest that you check them out, especially for them to be so along the lines of like higher drugstore priced products, $20, $15. So I highly recommend that you check them out. Because I'm loving both of these. Like, tomorrow, I don't know what I'm wearing on my face because I was gonna wear another foundation, but now I'm like, we might need to do this Best Skin Ever again. And I definitely want to use the concealer again. It doesn't look dry. My under eyes, I feel like don't look like crepey or anything like that. And my under eyes can definitely get quite dry. I don't know why the skin there is just so dry, but it is a lot more dry than the skin on the rest of my face. So I am really, really loving how everything looks. The powder Laura Mercier one, like I said before, this one I really enjoy because it's not so drying on the skin. But I do feel like I've got good hold, and I feel like my foundations and other products were able to last longer on my skin because of the combination of really all three of these products, because these both are setting powders, and then of course my setting spray. In terms of, what was the other new product I used today? Oh, these by Chantecaille. Ma'am, oh ma'am, oh ma'am. I'm loving these. So if I had to suggest one, it's so hard, but if I had to choose one based on what I like, I would go with the rose one because I mean, the radiance, it's just immaculate. Like, I want to put this on tonight before I go to bed, even though this is like not necessarily for bedtime, but just the formula was so hydrating. The radiance was so great. And I loved how you could continue to see the radiance even through the makeup that I applied on top, because sometimes I want the radiance to be seen. I just don't want to look like a disco ball, but I want the radiance to come through even through what I put on top of it. The anti-aging one I really do enjoy as well. I just like the extra dewiness from this one, but I also like the blurred effect from this one. So for me, I'm gonna continue to wear both, but you know, I would say choose one based on what you're looking for. Both of them have great ingredients. Both of them have anti-aging benefits in them. Both of them are said to also have like a blurring complex. So I think it really just comes down to maybe the finish that you're looking for, maybe how you intend to use these products. That will determine if you want one or the other, or you know, go ahead and get both. You might just want to get both depending on if these are products that you feel you would get a lot of use out of. But everything today, absolutely really enjoyed, highly recommend. Of course, my Holy Grail products I recommend to you because they're Holy Grail products. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Leave me your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the products that I used today. Do you enjoy them? Do you have them? Are you planning on picking up some of these new ones? I want to hear all of that in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.